much stuff floating around. I don't know. People trying to say they wasn't together.
Basically was trying to get into a threesome. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another exciting episode of Kay and Manny. I'm the one they call Manny. She's a lady of all K's. And today's episode is sponsored by...
Today's episode is sponsored by Lady Kay Enterprises, which we are a financial service firm, which we help individuals get their business formatted. That means we help you register your business, so all the way to help you expand your team and all the way in your finances need. So thank you, everyone. If you have any additional questions, please visit the website at www.ladykayenterprisesinc.com. But besides that, everybody, today I am so excited. We are celebrating what we accomplished and all the things that we have been through in 2021. And Manny, I don't know about you, but this has been one heck of a year. I'm ready to say goodbye 2021 and hello 2022. What about you, Manny?
Yeah, I'm kind of ready for 2021 to kind of, put its stamp on things, because we, even though 2020 was a trying season, this was just as or even more trying. I mean, think about it. R. Kelly went to jail.
Mercy.
The Milwaukee Bucks won the championship. LeBron's still playing. I mean, then you got people who the people from the land of unseasoned rushed the Capitol for no apparent legitimate reason. But either than that, I mean, hey, it is 2021. And then you got women who decides to use Gorilla Glue instead of actual hair glue to put her hair down. And then you got guys like Derek Jackson who just lying his ass off about telling us how to take care of our women when he couldn't take care of his woman, his damn self.
Right.
Did I go too far? Did I sum up 2021? I'm pretty sure there's more stuff, but we'll get to that eventually.
You went in, but you know what? You highlighted a lot of the things that was going on, like in the public eye, but on a personal note, oh my God, for me on a personal note, just reflecting back, I caught COVID earlier in the year.
Yes.
My grandmother passed away.
Yes, I remember that.
COVID is not a joke. Even right now, we are in December. Let me tell you something. I'm still affected by it because I don't have my full senses back. It really is a struggle with my senses. It's like sometimes I can smell, sometimes I can't, sometimes I can taste, sometimes I cannot. Very challenging. But I am happy that, we are ending the year. I'm so excited because we have some new and amazing things coming up for the New Year's. But before we even get to the New Year's, we're just going to recap today some of the things that was funny as heck on the Lady K Chat podcast with Kay and Manny this year.
Absolutely, because we had some pretty decent episodes.
Yes.
We had some really funny ones. We had some really serious ones. We had some angry ones.
Absolutely.
We're not going to get to the angry ones and the serious ones today. We're going to just go and actually bring, end the year on a joyous note.
Right. And talking about joy, I am ready for the season. As you can see, I am in my motherland colors. Yes. Let me tell you something. Yes, I do believe in Christmas just for the simple fact of the birth of Jesus. But ever since the age of 5, my family has celebrated Kwanzaa. So I also embrace, the teachings and the values behind it. So, when you see Lady K today, all green, red, and black, this is why. So now let's get started with this first one. We're going to go back to the early in the year, and we're going to take it back when Manny and I was talking about the throwbacks, because we're both 80 babies, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to throw no shade, but the 80s was a bomb. Manny, why you see? And this is what we're going to be talking about in this particular show right here. We're going to be talking about faces, because y'all think I got some faces. Nah, Manny facial expressions is off the hook, guys. Listen, watch this and take a listen.
don't need that to come back.
Yes. Now we don't want everything.
We don't need some of that stuff in the 80s to come back. I.e. crack, i.e. Jerry curl, i.e. there was a lot of things in the 80s that I don't want to forget.
Right, we're not talking about that.
Ronald Reagan, George, the first George Bush, the father, not the son, but the father.
Right.
Yeah. We kind of want to remember them, but you're wearing the leopard print. I don't know what leopard you killed. I'm wearing an old t-shirt.
I don't know what
back in
leopard
the day.
you killed.
Now I'm not going to lower this camera further down because unfortunately this shirt is very much stretched out because of.
Oh my God! Did you hear him, guys, telling on himself? Yo, your mouth has no filters, Manny.
It has filters. It's just it has degree of filters. I mean, think about it. I mean, what was I wrong about? The Jerry curl and crack cocaine in the 80s that we kind of want to forget.
No, you wasn't wrong, especially when you.
Okay, there you have it. Where did I lie?
The crack.
Where did I lie?
Did he just bring the crack era in?
I mean, it did happen in the 80s.
It did. Listen, and you know what? It's not funny, but when you just sum it up like that, it was like, wow. Okay, Manny. Okay, so I was a little bit.
Hold on. Let's bring some context to this. You said there were some things in the 80s that we love, right. But I'm saying, and I retorted, there were some things in the 80s we need to forget.
Yes.
The Jerry curl was one, and crack cocaine, because crack kills.
Right, crack kills. But the Jerry curl wasn't bad. Remember in Coming to America.
Wait.
Yeah,
did I just see the words just come out, just fly out of your mouth like that? You said Jerry curl wasn't. Listen,
let me tell you something. One of the funniest moments of Jerry curls is when Coming to America came out, and there was in that scene, and the parents were sitting down on the couch, and they all got up, and the juices from the Jerry curl stains is on the couch.
That ain't fun. I mean, I got one. I got one better.
Yo,
when Michael Jackson lit his head on fire in the Pepsi commercial.
Oh God! And you know what, yo? Talking about that, yo. We're gonna get canceled. Listen, they're gonna be like Kay and Manny canceled. And we done did how many episodes of Cancel Coaches? Now, but let me tell you something. No shade to MJ. I'm a
rest in peace, Michael Jackson.
Fan, right?
Yes,
I'm a huge fan. But it's just interesting how, we gonna leave Jerry curls and that season alone, and we're gonna speed up a little bit, and we're gonna go back to this episode with Manny. Your facial expression was priceless. And guys, back in, I think it was 2020, I visited Manny in Texas, and we went into this vegan restaurant, and he gonna tell you a little bit about his experience.
Thought on him like that. That's like trying to feed a baby steak. You can't do that. The baby's stomach gonna be messed up. You gotta give people things in small doses. Okay? And that doesn't mean they have to fully convert. It's the person's choice if they want to. But I can say this, because you are educated in that area, I just say give it to them slowly. And Manny, I want you to share your experience that time we went to the vegan restaurant.
Yeah, his face,
because
y'all.
it was hilarious, guys. I did not tell him to do this. He did this on his own, but I asked him. I said, you sure? He said, yeah, I'm sure. I told him, Manny.
And boy, was that a mistake on my end. Okay, so let's go back.
So if y'all want to hear that full story, y'all gotta go back to that episode and watch the full thing. But Manny
vegan versus meat eater.
Vegan versus meat eater. And I think it was back in back in January. Y'all can go on our YouTube channel at the Lady K Chat Podcast. But it was hilarious because when I was breaking down that you can't give the vegan, introduce people into vegan food. That's like that. I said, that's like giving a baby meat. And he was like, if he don't stop with his damn faces, I'm trying to record and have a good, and his faces, let me tell you guys, sometimes when you are recording with someone who, listen, don't let Manny fool you. He got jokes behind jokes for days. Even though sometimes he might have a serious face, he is hilarious. Sometimes like we have our moments. I'm like, listen, we gotta be serious. We're on air now.
I know we're on air, but to give some context to that story, because I don't know you ever gave me the opportunity to explain it. The menu said Nashville hot chicken sandwich, and that was no damn chicken sandwich. That was a mushroom that was oyster mushroom that was covered in battered and fried. Now, I'm gonna let y'all in a little small secret, okay? You all know I'm from Texas. You all know that this is practically the fried capital of the United States of America. Don't ever, and I mean ever, trick me to saying I'm eating a vegan chicken sandwich, because I'm thinking it's the little vegan chicken sandwiches, chicken meats that you get at the grocery store, not the actual oyster mushrooms that they so happened to plant that on me on the low. So yeah. Plus, I was hungry and I needed something to eat, and I'm thinking, okay, this shouldn't be so bad. Nah, it was that bad.
He was hungry. I was hungry, but I did give him like a little warning, but he was like, all right, cool. But
wait, warning?
He didn't get it.
Warning?
Yeah, I did give you a small little warning. I said, you sure you want to taste that? You was like, yeah, it looked good. I said, okay, so now that we're discussing,
I don't remember that.
I remember it.
I don't.
Excuse me. So now that we're discussing this on air, for all the people who don't know, of course, a lot of us plant-based eaters will call different things chicken, and oyster mushrooms is one of them. So I'm just saying, if you anything
That's
like
false advertisement.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I'm pretty
when you
sure.
Tell me, wait, hold up. If you telling me it's chicken, then I'm expecting chicken.
No.
Yes.
Especially if it's spelled CHIK''N. Anyways, people don't want to hear us babbling back and forth.
You don't stop.
That's
marketing.
We're going to go to reality TV, guys.
Yeah, change the subject, because I can go on a long day. I can go on all day about that subject.
Yes, and we don't have time for that today. So we're going to talk about...
Yeah, we don't have time, all right.
We're going to talk about who was Lady Kay impersonating on this clip on reality TV. We're going to play it right now.
Oh, my goodness.
Listen, we're going to have a hot girl summer, okay? Okay. Yes, we're going to have a hot girl summer. Hold on.
Again, with many faces.
When I say a hot girl summer, I mean, in a nice, elegant way. We're going to look cute and sassy because it's going to be hot. And I don't care what I want to say. This summer is going to be better than last summer. Now, what you was about to say, Manny?
I wasn't about to say anything because I was about to ask you. You just got a hot girl summer. I'm like, what do you mean hot girl summer?
Well, I just elaborated, honey. Don't be looking at me with that side eye.
Did y'all see Manny's face again when I said I was going to have a hot girl summer? But I'm talking about hot girl 40-year-old summer. I ain't talking about no hot girl 20-year-olds. I don't have time to be doing that stuff.
Correct.
I'm not in my 20s.
I mean, let's be candid here. I know you outside of the podcast, and when you say you were gonna have a hot girl summer, I'm like, oh God.
What do you mean?
Because let me give some context again.
Please.
When people say I'm having a hot girl summer, it just means the following. And I'm not expressing this to you. Okay. All right. I know this wasn't you. Summer has came and went, and you haven't did this allegedly. So it's more like when you're on a hot girl summer, you basically are not going to get a boyfriend. You're going to go through a hotation. You're going to get flown out by somebody to some relative location that happens to be a beach. And you're going to enjoy your girls.
Absolutely. He said a hocation.
Yeah. Y'all don't know what that is? No,
You
that,
know.
no. I didn't say
Oh God.
I said a hotation, meaning
A
you will
whole
have
thing.
a whole bunch of different men on every day of the week that serves one purpose and one purpose only.
Okay.
Okay, maybe two purposes, depends on who you are, but one purpose only. Continue.
Okay, great. You know what, Manny? Remember we was talking about earlier in the show where I said, you touched based on some of the things that happened in 2021 with celebrities. And I gave, a short version of my trials of 2021. Can you please tell the audience what is like one of the biggest things you think you faced in 2021?
A couple things. I'll tell you one of the biggest things I faced was around February, around Valentine's Day. Unfortunately, the state of Texas, not just Dallas, the state of Texas had a very, very bad winter storm. And thanks to the lovely congressmen and women of Austin, Texas, and that happens to represent the state of Texas, did not winterize their equipment. So therefore, they had to ration out electricity. I just so happen to live in an area where there's redlining, Google redlining, if you don't know what I mean. And I so happen to not have electricity for 3 days straight. Because usually what will happen is this. You will get maybe an hour and a half, maybe 30 minutes of electricity here and there, depending on where you live. Me, where I stay in the city of Dallas, I had no electricity. None. That means I was cold. I didn't have a hot meal for 3 days. I was eating corn chips. I was eating Doritos. I was drinking bottled water. Didn't have to chill it. I just had to put it outside and it would freeze up. I was drinking soda. And the worst part of all this, I was eating licorice. Not the red kind.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Them.
So, this quick question for you, Manny, because I heard you loud and clear. So, going through that personal thing right there, what has that taught you?
A few things. One, it taught me perseverance because I was literally roughing it for the next 3 days, and I couldn't go anywhere because the roads were iced up, and my parents, who lives far away from me, can't go anywhere. My brother, who lives far away from me, I couldn't go anywhere because I have to get on the highway just to get to the city that he lives in. My grandmother and my aunt, who lives together, were on another side of town. So I was isolated. And here's the worst part. I found out who my friends were. Like who was real, who was down for me, and who was just faking, who was just there to look the part.
Right. And then also too, we also have to remember a lot of people that we know are just associates. And we tend to co-mingle those associates with friends, and that ain't it. And I'm speaking from experience too.
Well, yeah, and I remember I posted something on IG asking the questions: are you my friend, are you associate, or are you just somebody I know? And I literally kept that in mind because I remember who checked on me and said, "Hey, are you good?" Because I remember posting, "Hey, I have no power. This is day 2 or day 3 with no power." Right. And then the worst part about it is, I don't think I ever told this on air. On day 3 was really, really bad. And one, I live in an apartment with a fireplace. And unfortunately, everybody was getting firewood from like a nearby wooded area, which was not pasteurized. And it was always like, there's a possibility that carbon monoxide could be shooed off, right?
Right.
And my apartment has a carbon monoxide monitor. But unfortunately, since I have no power, that monitor is off. So when they put the fire in, put the alleged firewood or whatever they just chopped off and just said, "We're taking this," they put it in the fire, lit it up. They were warm, but unfortunately, there was carbon monoxide being spread out. Right. And since I live in an apartment and I'm cold and the shaft was closed on their fireplace, I can feel the fact that there could be carbon monoxide coming into my apartment.
That had to be really scary.
and this is the scary part. I didn't even get to the scary part. This is the scary part. One of the symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning is sleepiness.
Yes.
And as you and a friend of mine who was on the phone with me when it hit me like that, I all of a sudden got sleepy. And I said to myself, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die in this apartment.
And I had to keep telling you, no, you not. And I said, and I even had to tell you, stop talking like that. Because when you kept saying I'm going to die, I'm like, no, you ain't. And for people who don't know, and you know, Manny, this story really does hit, you know, as you're telling it, because I remember, you know, trying to encourage you and, you know, letting you know that, listen, you're going to get through this. But talking about carbon monoxide, I think one of the most important things is, I know it was cold, but I think in the future, you know, this kind of helps people, like, you know what, because of something like this can prep myself. So even if you were able to burn your fire, you would also need to know that you probably will have to crack the window. You know what I'm saying? So
See,
the
I
air,
know that.
right,
I know
the
that.
air
I don't
can
think the
come
people
in.
who lives under me, I live on the top floor, they live on the bottom. I don't think the people under me knew that. Because let's be honest with ourselves, this was freezing temperatures. We
Right.
haven't had freezing temperatures in this city since 1989.
Wow. We were
89 or
talking about
90,
the
one of
80s.
those.
Look, we were talking about throwback.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, we haven't had temperatures like this since 1989. I remember this because I lived through it. But the unfortunate part is we had electricity then. I mean, things were so much simpler. But unfortunately, I didn't have electricity. And then once that carbon monoxide poisoning hit me, I said, okay, I'm just going to go to sleep. And I said, if I don't wake up in the morning, just take care of my family and let them know I didn't do this on my own. So when I woke up, this is the funny part. When I woke up,